I'm not editing shit, dude.
3, 2, 1.
I've been going around Chicago. Everyone's like, "Hey, where's your more handsome friend?"
Yeah, just tell him just getting scraped up and wrung out by life real quick.
I was like, by the time he gets back, I will be the more handsome friend.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I'm still losing weight, but I look like ass. that
Well.
sucks. When you're losing weight, and you're like, oh no, that's not even doing it anymore. I am legitimately exhausted.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't really sleep anymore. I just kind of pass out and wake up.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I've been kind of my problem is if I lay down at any point of the day, I will fall asleep.
Dude, I love that about you. You're a Snorlax.
I know. Yeah.
You're
I'll
a
snore
Snorlax.
anyway.
You're a Jackson from Saving Private Ryan. You can fucking put your hands together. Just goes,
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how he does it. And you're like, hey, he kills with a clean conscience, dude.
I've always seen myself as the Jackson from Saving Private Ryan.
I've been saying it for years.
Jack and Jackson. That's what you guys can call me at home. That's how I get to sleep.
Maybe Goon and Gordo.
Yeah. I've never jacked off on your couch though.
Hey, thanks, man.
No problem.
I really appreciate
But
that.
listen, I've never intentionally jacked off on your couch, but I've woken up and something happened between
all right.
head down, head up. I don't know what it was, but no,
Is
I've
this
never.
pre or post you moving in?
Oh, pre.
Okay, all right.
No, dude, I have my own bedroom, and I'll still go on the
Hey.
couch and come.
Hey, who doesn't like an exotic Jack every now and again?
Yeah, no, I do. It
Yeah.
is nice when everyone's gone, and you can just like, no, I'm going to do it in the kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah, no pushback. I know exactly what you mean. A lot of people might not know what you're talking about, but no, if you're a guy and you
Yeah.
haven't jacked off one time in a kitchen, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, sometimes in the nights when I'm home alone, which has been quite a few of them, I'll get nostalgic and I will just kind of lay down on the small couch for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I'll get that pillow, that big pillow that Jim has, and
Yeah.
I just and then I might nod off for a bit there.
I think
and,
by you're slowly, that's your pillow.
yeah, well, no, Jim took it to Michigan with him.
Oh
so
no! All right,
I'm like, fuck.
he's got. You guys are in a weird colonial battle for that pillow.
We are. It's our West Bank. I think I can say.
Uh-huh.
And I'd like to say I'm the underdog, so he's Israel in this case.
I don't know. Jim has Jim has cancer right now. He might be the underdog.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I guess it depends on what context you're looking at.
Fair. You want to contextualize it for us?
Well, I think cancer makes you more entitled to all the pillows you want. So I'd say in this very specific incidents, that cancer would be an asset, but only in this one case. I'd say in other cases, and this is just my opinion. In most cases, having cancer is worse for your life. But in the case of this specific pillow, I think it's debatable.
Your Honor, the prosecution has made a perfect case. No notes, no pushback. The pillow's all his.
Hey, I'm running up this hill that cancer, for the most part, real bad for you.
Uh-huh. Hey, a lot of people die on that hill.
A lot of people, yeah. But comfortably with pillows, with big body pillows.
That they clutch and wrench towards their skinnying body.
I should just get my own at this point. I bought a whole mattress and frame. I can shell out for one extra pillow, right?
Yeah, you got a whole bed, pal.
Yeah.
Maybe get that pillow.
Yeah, I might as well.
You know what? No, don't. This will be Dad's coming home gift to you. I'm gonna come back with a huge Bluey themed pillow for you.
Bluey themed.
Yeah.
That'd be a real monkey's paw.
Yeah. Oh, like hell it would, dude. You wouldn't give a fuck. That could be any kind. They could bring you a hentai tentacle themed version
You're right.
of that pillow, and you'd be like, well, it works still.
If you're gonna get me a baby show pillow, I'd like it to be like one of our American shows, not like whatever kind of Kiwi bullshit they're that.
Fair enough. I gotta tell
Bluey
you,
is.
I think it's American made, and we just went with Australian accents.
We picked Australian accents.
I think
That's
so.
crazy.
Hey, chat. I've got zero knowledge. I am fired from the hip on this one.
I highly doubt that, but maybe. Who knows?
No, that was just Lou clearing leather and shooting for the sky.
I just watched the Pride and Prejudice film with Keira Knightley, and it's pretty interesting because it's like half British actors and then half American or Canadian actors, and they're all doing British accents.
Yeah.
And it really is kind of interchangeable because we have the Brits come do American accents all the time, and I think we should do more movies like that where Americans are being Brits, you know, because we're importing so many of their guys to do shit that we can do. I think we should try to even it out more.
People act like it's super tough, but check this out. Hang on a second. Oh, hey, John. What's going on there, pal?
Whoa.
Oh, it's
Oscar.
Cockney Lou.
BAFTA.
Look at this, I can barely. My hands, they hurt, but they want to work, governor.
Yeah, it's
Come on,
perfect.
Yeah.
You're straight out of a Guy Ritchie movie, dude.
Yeah, no, it's just put me in, coach. Also, people act. I didn't know this, but I guess historically speaking, current mid-Atlantic English, or like New York English.
Yeah.
Hi, New York. Hi, New York. Not the fucking I'm walking here.
Yeah.
But evidently, that's actually closer to what Britain sounded like in the 1700s and 1800s. And then something happened where Britain got retarded, and they all started to talk like this and stuff.
Well, yeah. Well, you're doing like a Cockney. That's like
That's
a lower
Cockney.
class British.
Oh, but you want more of a Cornelian type thing.
Yeah, like an RP.
Oh,
yeah.
something. Go to the Royal Museum and see someone talk like this.
Yeah.
You know why they have buttons?
I always
zippers
heard
would
that the Mid-Atlantic accent is like kind of a fabrication in terms of like the modern day.
I misspoke. I totally meant New York only.
Okay. Because that Mid-Atlantic accent that like you see in like old movies was like a fake accent that they made so that people could sound more important if they like. Like that movie stars seemed like they were more important than regular people because they were talking this way.
Like Bogart, like
yeah, like or any woman in those movies. It's always like. What well, darling, I just don't quite know about this.
Oh,
like it's like that kind of like sing songy.
Fucking hard. Hang on, go on. Shut up, dude. How are you gonna talk like that in a goon cave and not get me all randy?
I've been talking like that to myself all
Yeah,
day.
dude. I'm gonna get Mid-Atlantic so hard. Dude.
Yeah, I've just been talking like Barbara Stanwyck in my own in my hotel room alone to myself
Just
while I goon.
Gooning in the cuck chair.
Yeah,
That could have been the name of the podcast.
Gooning in the cuck chair. Yeah, the idea of taking the cuck chair and just staring at an empty bed and gooning.
Just imagining being cucked.
Yeah.
The ultimate cuck.
How sad is that if you want to be cucked and you still can't be?
Oh shit! I was like, I'm pretty sure wanting to be cucked is the fetish, but
Yeah,
but
well,
no. I'm picking up what you're putting down now.
Yeah. Hey,
Well, to be a cuck, you'd have to first find a lady. So to be an incel cuck has got to be just a real bummer.
that's tough. Yeah, there's got to be a lady first. It starts with the lady.
Yeah, but you're
all
so
cuckery
incelish.
begins with monogamy. You know.
Well, sure. Because monogamy is where you get started, and then people go, how do we deplore this up a little bit?
Yeah, they always say that monogamy is the canvas on which cuckery is painted, and I think
I've been saying it for years.
that's like my motto.
Yeah. I honestly, every time we go to get coffee in public, I'm like, John, give it a rest, would you? Like, hey, change the record, pal.
That's my get her done. I say that after every bit. Just in between every joke. Monogamy is the canvas on which cuckery is painted. So I've been working out lately, and
Get us done.
yeah, yeah.
Get us done.
Dude, I think the fact that I've been more because I've been really in tune to like crazy people on Facebook lately, and I've been keeping you in the loop on it because you got life stuff going on.
Yeah, dude. My
and
bag's got bags. For
Yeah,
those
I'm
of you
just
watching. Damn, dude.
No, yeah, your bags have backup bags. Your bags
Yeah.
are well packed.
I got check
for a
luggage.
long trip.
Yeah. Brother, I got check luggage under these eyes, and I got the over bins are crowded. Overhead.
Yeah. You're gonna take forever going through security with those.
Yeah, dude.
But I just like
shoe bomb my brain.
I've been back on this thing of just like checking out the freaks and kind of just like it does make me.
That could have been the name of the pod.
Checking out the freaks.
Checking out the freaks. That might be the. Hey, we haven't committed. I'll change the name next week, dude. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, who cares?
It's the No Name Podcast for now.
But let's change the name every week and get no new listeners.
Yeah, fuck. It's a winning formula so far.
It is. That way we can say it's by design. We're not even trying.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're checking out these freaks online. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, I'm just constantly checking out these freaks, and it's like, well, it all started because like, what's his name? Like Ty Mead ripped off Comedy Rumble.
Well, I mean, a few other things too.
Well, yeah, yes, but that's where it got personal.
Sure.
I don't care if he's doing fake don't tells. Don't tells a pyramid scheme. That doesn't. That's no skin off my nose.
There's no ethical consumption of don't tell comedy under a capitalist system. Yeah.
Don't tell's like the fucking Amazon of stand up comedy. That being said, I'll do any and all don't tell shows. But
yeah, book us.
book us, please. Book us on anything.
Book us, corporate daddies.
Listen, I'm making fun of Don't Tell, but I will take that over Next Stop any day.
I'm speaking to the Don't Tell bookers in Los Angeles, California. I will not use your names, but you could gape the shit out of me. I miss when sexual gratification could get you places. Thanks a lot, ladies.
You see, the dead giveaway for me that they were fake Don't Tells is that
Ty Mead was running them?
Well, sure.
All right.
But that also, it was like shitty nothing towns. Like, they're all like these fake Indiana towns.
It's like a real next stop town, if you ask
No,
me.
yeah, it's a next stop town. So, like, if you're telling me you're the booker for, for like Don't Tell Portage,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Dude. I don't believe that's a thing.
When they're like, yo, we are doing next stop Gobbletown, Wisconsin. I'm like, dude, of course.
Well, yeah, that's next stop territory.
Yeah,
if the crowd's
I've got two sold out shows in Gobbletown.
If the town is less cool and the audiences suck more, that's a next stop show. That's the breakdown.
Don't you talk about my bread and butter. Towns that kind of suck, that are not cool.
They love you.
Oh, yeah.
Those are your people.
I put the stone cold sixes slipping out their bench seats.
Yeah, and I get the
walk into town, they go, ooh, that's something that can diversify the town's gene pool.
I get the Stone Cold Nines telling me that was very funny, and then they go home with their boyfriends.
You get hate fetish bitches. That's awesome.
I get what?
Hate fetish bitches? Or racist fetish bitches?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, racist hot girls love me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the thing. When a 10 out of 10 flirts with me, I'm like, racist. I know.
I'm going to tell you right now, if a 10 out of 10 approaches anybody, that's because them fucking bolts and screws are loose.
Yeah.
Because I've talked to one actual 10 out of 10. And
in your life?
Yeah, like an actual 10, like hold up New York 10 out of 10,
okay.
like a worldwide 10 out of 10. And she was put together. That lady had a plan,
including all Slavic nations.
Brother, where do you think she came from? Hey, come on now. She walked down the glorious Caucasus Mountains. She she needs not know language, for the Tower of Babel is every erect man's penis when she walks into the room.
and therefore she wept, for there were no more dicks to make erect.
I don't know if this will make sense to you, and I do want to get back to these freaks of Facebook here in a second. But she was so hot that it shut down my turned on systems of NORAD. Like my central command went offline where I'm like, no chance, pal. So like I just talked to her normal because it fried my network where I'm like, that not a chance in hell.
Well, you're like, it's not even going to happen.
Yeah, I was like, no way. And so then I was like, okay. But then, let me tell you, then I felt like a scrappy battle droid that got through the Gungan shields. And I was like, oh, I'm talking to her. And then I fumbled. Anyways, no, it is a phenomena of if a 10's talking to you, like an actual 10.
Yeah,
and they're hitting.
You keep saying like an actual 10, which is really funny to me.
People throw it around like
I maybe I think
I've seen like 2 in the wild.
All right, I think we. Listen, maybe my standards are too low, but yours are definitely too high. I think the truth rests somewhere between us.
Listen, I've seen a shit ton of 9s, and 9s are great, not out of control.
Okay,
even a 9.9, but a 10,
yeah,
brother, unicorn. I had to check to make sure her nose was real. I was like, "Get that fucking thing."
I go out around town. I see like 10. I see a double-digit amount of 10s before I even get back home every night.
Then, you know what? I'm going to agree to disagree, but you probably think there's 11s out there then, dude. This one goes to 11.
I've got a Spinal Tap type of mentality with women. I just think they're all beautiful angels, who cares?
That's what you call it when you do doggy.
I think women are great, dude. I don't even, like, I wish I could make them all 10s. If it was up to me, I'd call them all 10s. But it's not. But if it was, I would do that. But I think saying you've only seen 2 10s in the wild, that's actually nuts. Like, I'm exaggerating when I see a bunch of 10s at the end of the day, but and it is making my skin crawl that we've been talking like this for this long.
You know what? No, cause there's a Guys We Fuck podcast. We could talk about 10s for a second.
Okay, all
right. For fuck's sake. Also, I said the wild. I've been in some environments where there was maybe probably more like a 10 heavy crowd.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking like walking around where I was like, God damn, what the fuck?
Brad Wenzel and we were
famous womanizer.
Famous womanizer, Brad Wenzel.
Friend of the pod.
Yeah, Brad Pussyhound Wenzel, as we all refer to him. Guys, make this a thing.
Wet Cat Wens?
Everybody, Wet Cat Wens. We're starting this now. Everyone at home. Flood his comment section.
Wet Cat Wenzel. Oh, fuck, dude. I'm not going to lie. Call him Brad Wet Cat.
What the fuck's up, Wet Cat?
Hey, yo, it's Wet Cat Wednesdays.
So I drove him to his don't tell when he was staying at our place, and we were parking in this like weird kind of closed off garage. And when we were getting back in our car, he just, as I was pulling out, he goes, "Oh, that's a pretty lady." And there was like a straight 10 out of 10, like with some boyfriend or whoever, just like taking pictures of her as she was like posing in the garage. And it was like a solid, I'm backing the car out. He told me. I stopped and we both stared for like about a minute until she noticed that there was a car like halfway pulled out of its spot.
That's 10 energy. She stopped an automobile with fellas in it.
Yes, and the thing is, I'm willing to say that happens. That type of incident happens to me maybe monthly. Like a stop the car as you're backing out type of situation. I'd say,
listen,
like on average once a month, I think.
I'm not saying you're a vampire, but my boy does have the thirst. And
yeah, but no,
you would T-bone a bus full of children if Israel told you to do. No, Hang on, we're going. First of all, to get Brad Wenzel, Wet Cat Wenz.
Wet Cat Wenzel, who, and we're being ironic here, is not an openly horny guy.
Yeah, almost the thought of Brad being horny.
Yeah,
is almost.
It's like a child being horny. You're kind of like, oh, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, I don't like it. I definitely didn't like that example.
I mean, it's what it is, you know.
Sure.
I'm sorry for my accurate examples.
Have fun having sex the next time, Brad. Yikes, dude. But okay, we've gone so far on the 10s.
Mm-hmm.
I respectfully agree to disagree. I think your barometer, your Geiger counter, taps out at different levels than mine.
Yes, and I think yours are a little absurd. And what I'm saying, and I said this like an hour ago now on the podcast. I think that my standards might be too low, but I think yours are certainly too high, and that I think that a reasonable stance is somewhere between us.
That's
all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fair. I just
and maybe it's because you were at like hot people gyms all the time. Like you used to work at like a hot people gym, and so you were staring at butts all day.
Wow, the butts were coming into my field of view.
Right.
If I had to glance,
they were intercepting your gaze, and that was a huge part of your job. So I think it all depends on the situations.
Those butts,
Listen, the point is, it starts in the home, and how you were brought up, and what your life experience is, and so I think that's what makes this podcast so richly diverse in its
our differences on 10s. Absolutely,
yeah, our opposing ideologies.
Now here's the thing: tell me about these Facebook freaks, dude. Because we're over here discussing 10s, and I'm like, I want to hear about these freaks you've been.
Well, it's like I was checking out what was going on with Ty, because he got bonked for ripping off our good friend Brett Hayden's show, Comedy Rumble, for his very real festival, his very real comedy
totally
festival,
not made up,
happening in a real Michigan town that I always knew existed, and he. It was crazy. Like he's got like a gang. He's got like a bunch of. Like if you look at like people on Facebook, they'll try to call him out. They'll be like, Ty did this, and then Ty fucking friend mogs them like crazy, because he has a gang of like 20 of the ugliest guys in the world that'll just come out in the comments and
more of a
shoot for him.
Really, but
it's a classroom. It's a short bus of guys, and they're all they're dying in the name of their good king, and good for them. I think his name is very apt, because mead is what the Arthurian legends say that the royals would partake in. So anyway, I got a little off track there.
Hey,
but
I got you. No, yes, these fucking dumbasses are getting hammered off of toilet wine they're making on the short bus.
Yes,
made out of honey and sugar, and they take their leavened bread, which is their prison white bread, and they put it in there, making hooch, and then they get all hooched up and die for Ty.
But my favorite thing is, I feel like whenever there's a Facebook war, it's always an Alien versus Predator situation. It's never like a person. It's always a whoever wins, we lose. It's always like two absolute freaks going at it, and neither of whom is trained in the art of de-escalation. No. And so you get like the people who are the most courageous at like, quote unquote courageous, as if it takes courage, but the people that go out on the social media trying to like actually go to war with Ty are like also insane people. And there's no winning in the slop fight down there, right? And every time I'm like, yeah, the guy's a clown, but then like I'll see other people like making their points, and I'm like, no, I don't think the other side needs you on their team.
Can I tell you? I don't think I've ever actually met the guy.
I met him once. He was fine. He was pretty nice. I've got no personal issue with the man. I'm just scrolling for entertainment.
Yeah.
But But I today I sent you a couple highlights. We talked about this off air of a fella who's like constantly like he's content farming the various tragedies in his life.
It's
like
it's tough.
taking disgusting selfies because this is an ugly guy. That's important to the story. Real ugly guy taking selfies at every.
And you guys know Johnny's beauty standards, so
Yeah.
if it
This
starts
is
down
tough.
here, it's all the way down there. Dude.
Right. I stop halfway pulling my car out once a month. Just imagine how ugly this man has to be. That every time I see a selfie he takes, I'm like, oh. Like I get upset. I get upset that he's posting them. I'm like, why would you do this? Who? If I looked like that, I would never take a picture of myself.
God
but,
damn.
But anyway, he's like sort of commodifying his.
Did you just turn your volume down?
I turned it down on here and then up on the computer.
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you fucking with my levels for, dude?
No, I'm
Riverside
sorry,
had us.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'm not.
God damn it. What was the one thing I said not to do this pod? And now I got to edit levels?
You don't have to edit anything. We're fine.
What the fuck?
I think we're okay. Don't worry about it. Don't edit anything. Who cares? Leave this all
I'm
in.
playing with them now. I'm not editing shit, dude. You know how many times we said Ty Mead's name? I'm like, fuck it, let it
who
rip,
cares?
brother.
Who, you know what? When most people hear this podcast, they're going to say who? That's what they're going to say. This is not.
Well, it's most people talking about the pod. Who?
Yeah.
Who are those guys? Yeah. And they're talking about who?
Well, that's the thing. People hear this, they'll hear Ty Mead's name, and they'll say who. And then if any of Ty Mead's retarded sycophants catch wind that we talked about him here, they'll be like, oh, the Johnny and Louie are talking about Ty, and then they'll all just be like, who? Like it's a real
Also,
who's that of comedy beef.
Retarded sycophants. Could be
Go to the name of the podcast.
Yeah. Could be.
So, anyway, no, this guy was like taking selfies at, and I'm smiling when I say it, but it actually is disgusting to me. The at the hospital bed of his sick son, and then at the funeral of his friend, and
Damn it.
in the corner of these photos is branding them. He's branding all of these photos with his like social media handles, which has comedy in it, and it really makes me. I don't know how to describe the feelings I have.
think it's growth. It's gross authenticity for clout seeking. It's insincere authenticity.
That's interesting.
Which is gross.
Yeah,
because it's clout seeking. Because it's like it's a real event.
right. Because he's
And
he's LARPing as a guy who's being transparent. He's trying to appear as though being vulnerable, right?
So okay, I think famously, kind of Bert Kreischer has this mentality of like how everything can be used for maybe not clout, but just like attention.
Yeah.
He's talked about it. I remember it was like kind of because I disagreed with it. I was like, that's kind of a unhealthy way to think.
Sure.
But it's like
Bert in all other respects is sort of the pinnacle of health, so it's surprising coming from him.
I go back and forth defending on Bert. I've never met him, but I hear he rules. Like people that open for him are like he pays really well and he's cool. So like
the thing about Bert is I think he is a guy who deeply does care what people think about him.
Yeah.
And so I don't think he treats anyone badly. I
don't want to digress too much into Bert chat. It's just it goes back to like
Bert chat should have been the name of the podcast.
Dude, Bert chat. I'll start Bert chat. I don't give a fuck, dude. We are the names
the Bert Kreischer experience.
The Bert Bertitude, the Beatitudes with Bert. Hey, little Catholic joke for the Catholic listeners out there. Sign of the cross.
Bertle juice.
Bertle juice. Oops, I Bert myself.
Birding man.
Birding man. Yeah. Anyways, no, but Because when you first brought this up to me, I remember, I think this was a phone call, which is like, that's next level. When I get a call from the Jonicon, it's a phone call about gross social media posts. It's like, scramble the Lou 16s and see what's going on. and I did a flyby, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I got into the nuance with you, because it's like, I don't know, when I see somebody posting and it's like a life event that they're going through, it can actually be endearing and sincere and like not gross. Yeah, but it's like a vibe thing.
Yeah, you can pinpoint it. You can see. It's one of those. It reminds me of what was it? It was like the MPAA or something. Had to describe when they know something's pornography or artistic.
I know what the MPAA is, but for the listeners,
it's the people who rate movies like PG-13R, and they had to describe. I think it was the MPAA that said this. They had to describe what the difference, or maybe this was the Supreme Court, but they had to define what made something pornography or art, and their literal legal definition was you know it when you see it, and that's kind of how I feel about. Like actual sincerity versus this fabricated sincerity it is just a real, you know, when you see it situation. You know,
that's wild. So there's a law out there that's vibes based, which truly after a while kind of is what some laws have to be.
Yeah, and the thing is, I fully get it.
Yeah, dude,
I do.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you what, I gave up porn again, but I might check out some art later.
If I was on the Supreme Court, I would have changed it to "you know it when you goon to it."
Yeah, if it's goon, I don't know, but where there's a will, there's a goon.
That's the thing. Anything can be goonable if you're
dude,
if you're in the right mindset.
Yeah, depends how gooned up you are. But yeah, I don't know, man. That I kind of had this weird, gross feeling about social media today, especially because like haven't been doing shows and outside of the pod, not really being super social. And it does feel like a window every now and again where you can use something like tragic for that dopamine hit. But then I realized, I'm like, oh, that's what social media has done. It has turned our brains into like it's a different drug. Yeah. Like by any other metric. Where it's like, ooh, if I do this, this, and this, like certain people will see it. And as soon as I started to think about it like that, or in the same way like a cigarette or a drink will get you, I just went, oh yeah, that's gross. I shouldn't think like that.
And I mean, it's like, I'm not even like totally an anti-social media guy, in that like I think that because of the lives that we live, we know a lot of people. And it is nice to have an avenue with which we can very easily be accessible to the many people that we know and enjoy, you know? Yeah. And I think that's a good thing. I think that these specific cases come from the people who are so lonely and unfulfilled in other aspects that this is where they're, you know, it's like oftentimes when you see people being crazy on Facebook, it's because those are people that don't have a group chat, you know?
Yeah, or it's just another way to like seek attention.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, I see these guys, and then it's also like, there's the other thing, which is if you're doing what we're doing, there's this constant pressure to be producing something, even if it's dog shit, like to just keep making content and putting something out. And that's an industry thing, right? That's how the industry's just sort of panned out to be.
Right, well, because I weirdly, it's like, it's not, the irony's not lost on me that we're trying to seek attention, but then also like make a career out of attention-seeking behavior. Right. But then I die on the hill of like, well, I also want to like craft jokes that are funny and like relate to people and like kind of connect with people in a human way again. Where I see some people just want like that like slop, the goy slop or whatever the fucking like. Have you ever seen those videos where it's like half the screen and it's like a podcast on one half? This might be a great clip for us to do as a prime example. Where it's like
Subway Surfers on the other half.
Yeah, or like Temple Run, or like just a guy.
I know you want to do too much editing, but we should put Subway Surfers throughout this entire episode.
What is Subway Surfers?
I don't know. It's one of those games.
Okay, dude. If you send me this clip, I'll put it in. I'll put it in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and then I'm gonna find like an African guy peeling a banana, and then but like one of those ones where then they
Just
like
add in like AI volcano eruptions. And
yeah,
stuff.
well, but have you seen it? It's like it'll be like, oh, what's this video? And it's a video of like nothing. So it's just like I saw this one where it's I don't know if he was an African guy, but he looked like an African guy. You know the look.
Yeah.
The flip flops, the white T-shirt, the pants that look too tight but somehow fit just right.
Yeah.
And then, but like he peels banana and then he like puts it in that like rubber orange cement. And like, oh, where are we going with this? And then they like put it on a hubcap, and then they like smash it, and then they like put something over the top of it. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is a nothing burger. It's like a bad, Rube Goldberg.
Yeah.
But it's instead of it being manipulated by gravity and momentum, it's just asinine content.
Yeah.
Which, hey, there's a name for the pod.
Asinine content's pretty good. I do like that.
Asinine content? Yeah. That's up there.
It's got an Inglorious Bastards rhythm to it. A little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
I was
I want to
gonna
say two things. Sorry. Go. There's two things I want to say for. Is it?
Well, here's the thing. I relate to the plight of trying to put out constant content for attention because of the industry that we have chosen to try to succeed in, and I do participate in that. Right. The difference is instead, the hill I die on is I try to put out things that I've done that I like and am proud of.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like this
Hey,
podcast
if you
excluded.
made a sick kid, you'd be proud of it. if I died first, and
Yeah.
you went to my funeral, you'd be proud of that.
Oh yeah, no, I'd publicize the shit out of your funeral.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But
Yeah, you would.
I would say if my son was sick in a hospital bed, that's probably nobody else's fucking business. And I think,
I do want to cover our ass here.
yeah,
Because this did come up. And I don't want any of our comedy buddies to think we're talking about Tim or any of that.
we are not talking about
That's
Tim.
not talking about that at all because I did bring that up earlier.
Right.
And that is what I was thinking of during this episode, literally when I said
Yes.
sometimes it can be inspirational and
Right.
endearing.
Full love and respect to Tim and the Finkel family and
Yeah.
everything they went
it's
through.
just I know sometimes that's where like the nuance of it all. This is not what
Yes.
we're talking about the pornographic one, the one where you know it when you see it.
Right. And listen, anybody with eyes will know this. When I can put these two situations side by side.
I want to apologize for that last sentence I just said. I'm so tired, but guys, pick it up, run with it. I was like, man,
No
out
edits, dude. This is a no edit up.
No, I know, and out of context, that's going to be a tough sell. But I'm sticking to my fucking sticking to my guns.
Stick to it, dude.
Stick to my guns, dude.
Sticking to our guns could be a good name of the podcast,
Sticking to it.
actually.
2 revolvers and a load of Johnny.
Lock, stock, and 2 smoking revolvers.
We'll work on it.
Take us back to the Guy Ritchie thing.
Lock,
All right.
stock, and licking John. Ricking John.
Lock, cock, and Ricking John.
Rockcock and Ricking John. Rui, my John.
Rock, stock, and 2 smoking bearers.
Bearers. Suck a bearer. Suck a my bearer.
I just
He
think
put the bearer in his mouth.
my humble advice to this big fat idiot and anybody else that we've talked about today is just focus on like it's okay if you feel the need to constantly put stuff out. You know, air your grievances privately with people that you care about and who care about you.
Or
And
start
then-
a podcast.
Or start a podcast that nobody listens to like we
Yeah.
did.
Mm-hmm.
And then save like that type of social media for just like advertising your shows or putting out good clips. You know, it's pretty simple. You know,
Yeah.
it's not that bad. And I don't know why there's so many people trying to figure it out. And listen, I'm not saying that's the key to success, but I don't know. Yeah, if tomorrow this guy gets on SNL because he posted a picture of himself looking derpy at his friend's funeral, then I'll be staying corrected.
This ugly man at his son's it's a level of delusion as well. I just can't stand
Get
it.
me the man with the sick son.
When I see shit like that, it brings out the worst elitist part of me. That is like the Roman soldiers at the beginning of Gladiator, where I'm like, fucking people should know when they're conquered. I'm just like, just know when you're a fucking idiot. Just please.
It's I think in those cases, not to project too much on those people, but it's like stand-up comedy could be anything to those people.
I'm gonna fucking project on them.
Yeah, I'll project. I'm
gonna fucking project.
Stand-up comedy could be karaoke, or it could be any other thing that gains attention, and they just happen to pick it. Because when they post stuff like that, I'm always like, well, what is the purpose? What are you doing? Why are you doing comedy if this is what you're branding with your comedy name? You know what I mean? And
I don't think those people want the job. We've talked about it before where it's like,
right.
I think you want what comes from the job. Have we talked about this on air? I remember there was like one of the good takedown channels. It was like a Podcast Crunch adjacent one. I can't remember. It's not one of the main ones. It'd be like, last time I checked, this dude had like between 50 and 100,000 YouTube subscribers. But he's a good dude. Watch his video. But like one of the takedowns he said about the stand-up comic he was roasting is like the worst thing ever for them would be like that, like their nightmares. They'd have to stop and get a real job. And I remember like that kind of cut deep because I was like, ow. Like, ow, because you're right, like, that would be soul-crushing. But one, in my humble time away, I'd be like, actually, there are beautiful things to have in a regular job. Like a regular job, a 9-to-5, go home to a family.
Certainly.
That seems awesome. And then also something genuinely. Like, I say this in good faith. I don't know if I'm using in perpetuity correctly. But if this ever gets seen later on, like one of the criticisms was like it's an easy job, like doing stand-up's easy. And I thought about it for a while, like, and I was just kind of like, I genuinely want to ask that person criticizing, like, what about it seems easy? And I mean that like in good faith. I don't, and I tried to think about it. I was like, I guess like. To me, I think fundamentally the difference is, I think easy and fun might be being misconstrued.
Yes.
Because I'm like, dog, I've been doing this for a while, and maybe it's because I'm not like one of the overnight success guys, but I'm like, this isn't easy. It hasn't been easy. Like
I think that it
actually sucks, like a little bit.
Yeah, it's simple to. I've seen that video, that exact video you're talking about. And
do you remember the channel? I actually did. I did enjoy the.
It was
the
probably
channel,
too lazy to try.
No, it was. I know it wasn't him. I knew it was like a newer guy.
It might have been American Redact.
Also, not sure if it was him, but I like American Redact as well. But I really do enjoy those channels and their videos.
Yeah,
it's just that one line kind of got me where I was like, brother, like it's.
I remember that specific line sticking with me too, and it's like I think it's that like anybody who's famous and successful, their life seems easy. It's that their life appears easy. You know what I mean? Because they're financially secure, and then all we see of their job is usually them shooting the shit with friends or doing something that's easily perceived as fun. Right? Doing stand-up comedy for a crowd appears more fun for everybody involved than a guy who works at a lumber yard. Right?
Yeah.
But
which, by the way, I do agree those jobs are hard.
Yes,
like manual labor, any real job, which I don't air quote it, but it's the truth. Sorry, continue.
Well, what I was going to say is that stand up, if you're going to call it easy, I think it just really depends on what you're defining as the job. You know what I mean? Like, what is the job of stand-up to you? If you mean by making good jokes, by being a good stand-up comedian, that is hard, because look at all the open mics that exist in the world. 90% of comics that go up at open mics are bad, right? Which should tell you that it's hard. If it was easy, then more of them would be good. Now, it's even harder than that to be successful at stand-up comedy, like it's financially, you know? And so even if you're very good, like, it's extremely difficult to get to the level of the guys that he's talking about in that video, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to project my thought on it. That's why I sincerely would like to ask this person. I'll have to find the video, and maybe I could DM the guy. Honestly, if he's not that popular of a takedown channel yet, I probably get through to him. I do, and you did a great job breaking it down there. And then I genuinely don't want to project my thought process onto him, but I really did. I was like, I think fun and easy are getting misconstrued there.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, and the main reason being is like, again, my own anecdotes of like what's going on in my life right now and trying to do this. And then like seeing the fat slobs that are Joker adjacent retards that do it. Elena coined the term doomed comics, where like people,
Did Elena coin that? That's funny.
Yeah, dude. She said that to me, and I was like, "Fuck, that's brutal."
Yeah,
and that's something that scares me because I'm like, "Fuck, dude." Like, do other folks think I'm a doom comic, and I gotta believe in, just be delusional enough to like keep going? Which, not to name drop too many times, but do you know Jay Light at all?
No.
Are you aware of him or no?
I might have heard the name, but
he was passed at the store years ago, and he's a good dude. I consider him a peer at this point. But yeah, he was the one that first told Zach and I when we visited. He's like, "Yeah, you got to be a little delusional. Like, it's not a regular career or job." And I'm like, "Well, that's fair." But I don't know, man. But I kind of digress too far away from like the clout-seeking behavior of posting dying or sick loved ones for content. And when you ask me, okay, I will say this is the most I'll share about it. When you no, you weren't genuine. It was very tongue-in-cheek, but you got me to laugh pretty good. We're like, "Hey, brother, you ever think about posting your sick dad on the internet for clout?" God damn, no. It's like, what the fuck? And then you hit me with and I was like, that's good. I might slur alert over that part a little bit.
I think everyone knows what's going on, though.
The listeners know. Fuck it.
I think we've talked about it before, but
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but yeah, dude. I mean, it's like you're going through a lot of shit, and if a malevolent fat bastard like the guy we're talking about was in your position,
you
he'd be having a
6
field
months
day.
Yeah,
that is a buffet to work with. You know what you're dealing with right now. You would see that as an opportunity, and you're seeing it as a hindrance.
So bad, dude.
Isn't that what's interesting? You're seeing it as something that's getting in the way of pursuing the life that you want and the career that you want.
Whoa.
Well, hang on. Let me rephrase that.
Okay, I was like, no, that's not it. That's
not it. Let me rephrase that. It is getting in the way. I'm not saying you see it as that way, but what you see it as, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that this is a really difficult point in your life and in your family's life, and you're sick of it, and you want it to be over, right? That's fair to say, right?
That's
it's put your life on pause in a way that, and I'm not saying you're the one suffering here, but it's put your life on pause in a way that has obstructed pretty much your ability to even think about anything else, right?
Yeah, I will say, I want it to be over, not for myself, if that makes sense. Like, I want it to be over for the person that's really suffering. And for me, and how I was brought up, and just in general, it's like this is one of those big life, like, non-negotiable, like spawning fish type of behavior where Or I'm like, nah, there's no questions. Like, canceling stuff doesn't hurt anymore. Like the first couple of years ago, I was still selfishly minded where I was like, this sucks, like it's gonna get in the way. And now I'm like, I don't give a fuck about any of that right now.
Yeah.
Mainly because I'm like, it'll happen. I'm not worried about any speed bumps because it'll happen or I'll die trying. So I don't really give a fuck about that. But I don't see it as an opportunity
That's the point
to
I'm trying
share photos, or like, I don't see it as an opportunity to use it to further myself.
Right.
How's that sound?
Yes.
It's
And there are so many people, so many of the Facebook freaks we talk about would, right? If they were in your opportunity, if you're there, your opportunity.
God damn. All right. Hey, what the fuck, you fork-tongued lizard?
If they were
if
in
I
your
come
position,
back to the goddamn apartment and you're like, yeah, I actually got rid of my bed for the sick terrarium. Yeah, this is where I sleep now. Like, fuck, dude, you have been hanging out with AJ too much.
I have, dude. AJ's infected me.
Dumbass.
Got you, AJ.
Come on the pod.
Yeah,
you
come on the pod sometime,
you
actually.
beautiful
That'd be fun.
bitch.
Hey, AJ, quit posting fucking stand-up shots, you dork.
Hang on, let's do a few.
Caption, audience laughs.
Yeah.
So, if you add it as a caption, then nobody
I think
knows.
I'm going to start wring jokes I've never done for stand-up shots.
Oh, I've done that. I've done stand-up
Okay.
shots of me telling the Gringo Poppy joke, and I did one of me doing
Please
ball
tell me
head
it
transplant.
was the fajitas joke.
I don't remember.
Oh, fuck.
I think I actually made up a line. I just said they call me Gringo Poppy.
Oh, okay. I was like, dude, if you stole Gringo Poppy's fajitas joke,
Yeah.
which was stolen from Nick Swartzen, to do a stand-up shot, to do a triple alley-oop steal, and bastardize it every time.
At that point, hey, if a third comic does it, then it's sort of like the
I think
aristocrats joke at that point.
Well, I was
Everyone's
about
got
to
their
say,
own take on the fajitas joke.
eminent domain.
It's public domain. Hey,
Public
everyone's got
domain.
their own version of the fajitas joke. You know, it's one of those eternal
public
bits.
domain, yeah.
But I wanted to put to bed what I was going to say, which was like, you know, some people like, you know, you are compartmentalizing. There's life and there's your career, and those are different things. You know, there's life, which is, you know, your life and your duties and your family and the people that you love, and then there's your own personal aspirations, right? And those occupy their own independent spaces. And you are more than willing to take
as much as they can, you know.
Right.
You're still living the same life, but
yes. And I mean, look, we are talking about one on our comedy podcast, so obviously they cross over. But you know, there's somebody else that would just be like, oh, not just think about the content I can make, and whether it's a sick relative, if it's a miscarriage, or various other tragedies, and these are specific things I'm naming because I've seen people capitalize on this and then promote their comedy shows afterwards. You know, it's like they're seeing it as like, well, this is the thing I can use, and I think people are misunderstanding what it means to use things, to use tragedy or use pain, because you can always use that in art. You know, art's an amalgamation of everything that you are and what that you've experienced. But it's another thing just to say, hey, this
slow
happened
down,
to me.
gay wad.
Yeah, sorry, that was kind of gay. But then
Slow down, gay wad.
to say
Whoa.
like, hey, this happened to me, come to my shitty bar show.
Yeah.
That's crazy, you know? And
Yeah.
that's and I did see it, and then I also see
Yikes.
people kind of embracing like beef talk, like wanting to get people wanting to have a beef.
Okay.
Let me explain this real quick.
No,
'cause
no,
we're
hang on. I put it together. I was about to be like, what the fuck is beef talk?
it's
Now
people forcing a beef.
arguing top. Yeah.
Yes. And or
Dare
like
I say
calling
two
out.
fat bastards arguing over a chair?
Yes. And so that could be the name of the podcast. But it's like the concept of like I'm, you know, if I start a problem, if I call somebody out, and then this is especially common, and I'm not being a chud here. This is just true. It's especially common with women on social media, right? Is calling out a person everyone going to the comments going
those
hell yeah,
fucking
queen.
fake fitness videos, or the fitness videos where the women are like calling guys feral for like glancing.
Sure.
Glancing. I was jacking off, which is, I guess, feral.
Right.
But,
Glancing is the least of the problems.
Yeah, it's me jacking off quietly. If you get jack off on a treadmill, I thought this was America.
It's difficult.
Are we not going to war
time.
with Iran for something like that? You know, the Ayatollah wouldn't let me fucking pound meat on a treadmill. I can tell you what. I'll be goddamned.
Has anyone pointed out that now that the Ayatollah's dead, I think everybody that's mentioned in the song "We Don't Start the Fire" is now dead?
Yeah, they all have to be, and we did start the fire.
We did.
I derailed you. Go back. Finish your point.
Well, I saw somebody recently call out another person in the scene. I don't know if I said this to you. It was like a GR comic, and I'm putting comic in quotes, called out another GR comic and said, "I will never work with this comic again. And I regret all the times that I have." And then their grievances were just obviously personal. It was like, this person is self-centered and rude and doesn't care about other people. And it was very clear that these people, and then I have the knowledge that these people had a relationship at one point. So it's just like, okay, so you just don't like your ex.
Yeah.
But you're now framing it in this way that appears as though he's not deserving to work with other people.
Is this why you worried about
shows.
being called a chud? Because it's like, that is a common, like, I see that. That is a...
Well, I don't want to be thought of as a chud because I specifically said this is more common with women.
No, but I am picking up what the fuck you're putting down. Where I'm like,
Right.
that is like, anytime like personal beefs are somebody tries to flare personal beef up more than
Right.
I'm like, oh, like you were saying, like, oh no, this is between you and your ex, and you just don't want good things for them anymore.
Right, exactly. And it's like, that's like, unless that person is like legitimately unsafe to work with or be around, or they can't, or they're like professionally a problem and you need to warn other people of that, that's fine. But if you just don't like them because you have personal problems, that's your business.
Yeah.
But then you can easily rephrase it and say it so vaguely. You'll get 100 people in the comments going like, you go, you know, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I'm not booking that guy again.
Anybody that makes posts like that, and anybody that is in those comment sections, I will tell you this much. Breaking glass of sincerity right before the butt plugs.
Yep.
I did learn this from the I used to call, I won't call him the young AJ anymore. He doesn't like it. So I learned this from AJ, talking to him about some stuff that's going on, and like, you know, what's going on with me right now. And he did kind of laugh, and we talked about it. It does trivialize. Like, if I see beefs like that, and just like, I don't know, man, this last month and change now, a lot of like little stupid stuff doesn't bother me anymore. And I'm sure once life gets going again, it will. But like, you just enter this weird flow state of like what's actually important. And you're like, brother, I could give less of a fuck that your ex you hate got on the Buffalo Wild Wings like Tune Up Tuesdays show. Sorry, he's gonna suck down a couple of well drinks and fuck Patty Nancy. And Patty Nancy does like it up her unfunny asshole.
She does. We all know.
And
Patty
he's
Nancy
gonna do
likes
it because it's Tune Up Tuesdays. It's 12 Buffalo Wings. It's bombing, saying you're crushing, and it's butt fucking a 5 out of 10 in the dark, dude. And honestly, I'm at a point in my life where I go, nice, man. People are still butt fucking. That's cool. Heard the Greeks invented that. That's what when people are like, but shouldn't he not be on that show? I'm like, oh, I totally forgot about the show, but I'm glad people are butt fucking still.
I'm glad people are butt fucking.
That's great.
And but I'm disappointed at how low the Buffalo Wild Wings Tuesday night show has stooped.
Actually, at that point, I go, do they still do the fucking like fake fries with cheese on top? The buffalo chips? Like, yeah, get some of those. Put them in the barn.
Also, listen, we're at war, you know?
Are we?
Who gives a fuck? dude.
Did we? Hey, Patreon, everybody, for the political takes.
yeah. Hey, we saved him.
Saving my Soleimani riffs.
We've been saving it this whole time.
Oh, man, we're going to torpedo the pod the last minute? Uh-oh. I hope the Sri Lankan Coast Guard can get us before the butt plugs.
Netanyahu.
What do you got? You think about it, I'll plug the one. So this comes out Thursday, and I've messaged the bookers already, but unfortunately, not that I think anybody will be there, but the Laughter Hour show at the Lincoln Lodge this Friday and the Red Room Comedy Showcase, or just Red Room show on, Saturday. I was opening for Courtney Hood, I think. She rules.
Chelsea
Hood. I'm thinking of Courtney for roast battle. Anyways, Friday, Saturday, I had to drop from those shows, everybody. So I will not be doing the Fridays or Saturday show. So tell your friends. You can get refunds, and you go if unless Louis Michaels on the lineup, I fucking walk, and then that'll hopefully get me rebooked. And then if I can make it. But the rest of March is kind of up in the air. But I am supposed to host roast battle at Zany's Old Town on March 19th. So if I can, I would like to get back. But I'll keep everybody posted. It's the 4th now, so
we got time.
It's the 4th as of recording.
Oh, yeah. This will be out.
This comes out tomorrow.
This comes out tomorrow. This will be out on the 5th.
Hey, everybody, I love you guys, and I want this to be a real job. So I'm gonna stay up and edit, and John's making the thumbnail. So
I will be making thumbnails.
We're doing it.
On Saturday, you can catch me at the Logan Square Garage Show, run by John Stockwell and Julia Reddick. Which I'll be on with a lot of funny people. Sam Rossi will be on as well, and some others. And I forgot the rest of the lineup.
No, I was like, I thought you were nice little dig at Sam there. Bunch of funny people and Sam Rossi.
Oh yeah, a bunch of funny people and Sam Rossi.
Oh, Norm,
which is funny because every time I see Sam, he gasses me up so much. He always tells me I'm one of the funniest people he's ever met, and so it'd be very funny if I just take the opposite stance on him.
Old Norm 2.0, man, get him.
And then Sunday night, I will be back in Lansing, Michigan, at Graywall Hall, opening for old friend of the pod, Leah Rudick. So you can catch me there, and that's all of that.
Love to see it. Love to hear it. Let's touch them.
Touch them.
Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
I just say this, and then we'll end this episode and get to the Patreon. I think going to war with Iran's fucking tight, dude. Fucking.
That is a spicy podcast.
Bunch of slap-jawed rocket.